Hello and welcome to another update about Solana. Just want to update you after yesterday's video because we have seen quite a bit of a bounce back. So here on the daily we can see that we are, we broke above that descending trend line here that we saw. So we're now above that trend line and we are currently as well again above the 20-day moving average. We are again above the 20-day, we are already above the 50 and the 200. So just very briefly, we fell below the 20-day moving average, but we have found our way above it. And we can see that the downtrend that we saw here, that started up here, and we talked about it when it actually started to happen here, when that trend shifted to the downside, that short-term trend at least. And then obviously it was fueled by the network shutdown. So I think that was kind of a catalyst, but the downtrend started before that. And now we could see some strong buyer support here with and you can see that with the long shadows below, the long wicks, and especially here yesterday, that marked probably something like a changing point. So you have two indicators here. First of all, you have that very strong lower shadow, at the underside of the candle. So that indicates there was quite a lot of buyer support here at the $135 line. This is a support line that we had on the chart already. So it pretty much hit that exactly. Personally, I thought it would go down further potentially, but you never know until you see if a line really breaks or not. And this one didn't break at all. No, there was indeed very strong buyer support. And then we had an engulfing bullish candle. So I think Solana, of course, Solana will potentially now carry on with a move upwards again. What we need to say is that it has started to follow Bitcoin again very closely. So today when Bitcoin then, went up, it followed obviously Bitcoin on the way up. And now Bitcoin has started to retrace again, and Solana as well is retracing a little bit. So let's take a quick look at what Solana is doing at the moment. This is that change yesterday, that sort of demand zone here that we can see where there was strong buyer support at pretty much exactly, what was it, $133, 0.5, 0.4. And here we had a trend shift, broke through that descending support or resistance line. We actually we broke it, but it was sort of a fake out. So we went back up and retested that level and moved higher. And then today, when Bitcoin started to move, Solana started to move very strongly as well. It lost momentum, very similar to Bitcoin. And now we have seen a small drop again, but we found support here pretty much at the 20 period moving average on the 1 hour chart, and see a small red candle now. So, it very much depends on Bitcoin. To be honest, the indicators don't look brilliant. We're just making a bearish cross on the MACD, and we can see that here. Just make a bearish cross on the MACD, and the RSI is going down as well, still in bullish on the hourly here. And I think, because we found support at the 20 period moving average on the hourly here, I think, because we saw also such strong support here yesterday, I think we might continue our way up now. I think maybe we found a bottom here, but to really get that confirmed, I think we need to close, the daily, I think, needs to close above that level here. That is pretty much that level where we had the previous high. We came down from up here, we made lower highs, and this level is pretty much at $163. So that's pretty much where we were today. And we clearly found some resistance here. So, if this is that level here, so we're currently below that. And if we can't close the daily, I think be above that, then sort of we're probably still in a downtrend, because we want to close above that. We want to, if we change the trend, if we shift the trend again to the upside, we want to close above the recent high. We want to make a higher high to continue that way to the upside. And for me, that is certainly the first resistance level that we now have to get through, the 160s or 164. And then above that, we have another resistance level here at $180. So, I said yesterday that I thought it would go even lower. Well, it did then find quite a lot of support at $133. I thought it would go a bit lower, maybe $220, which was one of the I think it was the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level. It was certainly one Fibonacci retracement level, and I thought it would go down to that. Maybe it is, you know, it is still a possible scenario because we haven't made a higher high yet. So we still have technically made a lower low here. Yes, found very strong support indeed, but we haven't managed to get to another high. We actually lost momentum as we approached it and now dropped. Yes, we found support again. We need to see. I mean, two options now. We obviously could just go down again and could go down to 135. That's pretty much where we had that low yesterday. Or we have something like a breakout build up here where we really prepare for the breakout. But to do that, we then need to continue to trade in this, yeah, potentially it is something like a ascending triangle, which is then quite bullish actually. But then we shouldn't drop below the level that we currently trade at. We shouldn't drop below 160, below 159. Then certainly that ascending triangle shape here where we have that ascending support line and the horizontal resistance line, then that pattern is broken. So we want to stay within that and continue our way to $163, 164, you know, and then break above that. And if we break that level, I think that would potentially be a good trade entry for a short-term trader potentially, you know, because we are in an uptrend, to open a long position here, you know, no financial advice, but it is something that's possible. Could open that here, maybe wait for the retest, maybe not, depending on the risk. And then I think at 180 there will be some more resistance. So that could be then a possible exit. So yeah, that's pretty much the update today. So, you know, we need to wait. Do we go lower than 160? If we do that, we break a important support, which is that diagonal support line here. Then if we break that to the downside, I think we can certainly go back down to 136. If we manage to continue to trade in this ascending triangle and we get above 164, then the next stop for me is $180. Generally, you know, I'm bullish on Solana, especially long term. I mean, it made a lot of gains. So, you know, when we were at the highs here, I mean, I wouldn't have gone in. Now I think, you know, where we had that retracement, found some support levels, which is crucial. You know, I might start to dollar cost average a little bit in. I am, you know, I think it's a really good project, but it is a bit too centralized for me personally from a fundamental point of view. But it's still a good project, you know, a lot of partners. It works. Obviously, we had that attack, but they implemented some countermeasures. And to be honest, I think it will go up further. But there might be some short-term further consolidation if we break that current level to the downside. All right, so hopefully that was useful. If you liked it, please smash the like button. And if you want to learn about technical analysis, check my second channel out. You can find a link in the description. Here I teach about technical analysis on a daily basis, and it's of course entirely free. And yeah, please subscribe and see you in the next video. Bye bye.